Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to discuss how the current medical world came to be. Let's go back to the mid 1800s, 1847. The American Medical Association was created. The American Medical Association was connected to allopathy. If you remember, I'm sure you've learned in school about when they used to bleed the body, inject chemicals such as poisons such as lead and mercury, as well as radical surgery. Now, this surgery was done with no anesthesia or infection control because it was not invented yet. Very few people opted for this, and most people dealt with homeopathy. Now, in the 1800s, both were sanctioned and accepted. You had the choice, one or the other. When we got towards the end of the 18th century, J.D. Rockefeller, I'm sure you know who I mean, saw great opportunity for great profit in the medical industry, in allopathy specifically. And he was connected with the AMA, and they did not like at all homeopathy. There's no money in it. You can't create a $1,000 pill from nature. There's no money in it. There's no profit in it. He even visited China and purchased, I think it was an organization there, and had great control with huge donations. And so this is worldwide, this thing. The United States being certainly the model for it. So when you think of allopathy now, this is what you would think of: surgery, radiation, synthetic drugs. That's what it is now. What it used to be, injecting lead, mercury, bleeding the body, and radical surgery with saws and bleeding people, and that's what we have today. That's the concept that we have in a different form, so to speak. How this happened was that he and his cronies, with last names such as Morgan and Carnegie, had massive amounts of money and power. They infiltrated many of the medical universities, and they now also have infiltrated, if not completely created, all of the pharmaceutical companies. There's always one or two or three guys of their guys on the board. And homeopathy dealt with plants, herbs, vegetable products, and methods from Native Americans and old European methods as well. In effect, assisting the body's own defenses to get rid of the dis-ease instead of aggressively driving the disease from the body. There was, of course, much more profit in allopathy versus homeopathy. So what they did was they infiltrated the universities, gave huge grants. One, two, or three of their guys went on the board, and almost overnight changed the industry. Philanthropy became a tool of social control. Radical surgeries and lengthy stays at hospitals were not a reality before this. And because that reality came about, eventually the average common person couldn't afford the treatments, nor the hospital stays, nor the surgeries. So, to spread the cost to the masses, they set up the medical insurance industry. Modern day Medicare is an example. It's actually a tax. It's a compelled benefit. Health insurance is a tax, whether you know it or not. I hate to be the bearer of bad news there. And so, this is what they did. They started, first of all, the American League. They started the American League of Municipalities, which controls all small towns in the United States. Then they created the American Association of State Governments, which controls all state governments to include all state legislatures, for which they used to draft new methods for controlling doctors and hospitals. Eventually, all doctors and hospitals had to be licensed through the state legislatures, which had a heavy-handed control by the AMA. Therefore, you effectively had to go to John D. Rockefeller if you wanted a license to be a doctor or to have a hospital. And let me just show you how bad it gets when it goes to the nth degree, which is, it is perpetually the nth degree. The AMA, it is against their principles to cure anybody, or anybody. Some doctors have been brought up on charges historically for curing patients. That's a fact by the AMA, the American Medical Association. Sad but true. And so this is a history of your medical industry. There is no profit in cure. There is only profit in treatment. America is the sickest nation in the world with the highest medical costs, yet nobody gets better. Do you really think that's by accident? I'm going to say no. It is about commerce. It has always been about commerce, especially for the people who have desired the control. Money begets power. If they could get power without money, they wouldn't give a crap about money. I'm sure they don't care about money because it's only what money gets them. So there's a little one for you there. Not to be depressing or anything. Yeah, feel free to look this stuff up. I got this from the Corbett Report. Great video. I suggest you watch it. You certainly do justice to the formation a lot better than I'm doing here. But for you guys that won't do that, I hope you enjoyed it. It's some interesting information. It really is. We need to realize that these entities ultimately want population control. They want way, way less people to be on this planet. The Rockefeller Foundation was also the foundation, which you'll know if you've listened to my previous videos, that started, I think they started the FCC. Well, or infiltrated it in some way, or, however these guys do it, right? At one time, globally, the only hertz or frequency that anything could be transmitted over the radio or anything was 432 hertz, which consequently is the same frequency of the hymn of St. John the Baptist. it clinically has shown to calm the human body. Only good things happen. 440 hertz, however, causes confusion, aggression, anger, bad things. But yet, they changed it from 432 to 440 back in 1950s or whenever it was. And that's what it is today. Why? Can you, as a discerning person, think of any logical reason why they would do that to help people? If you can, please comment below. Again, I'm open. I just want to be correct. I just want to know what's true. I don't purport to know jack squat. So these are the machinations that are going on in your planet, in your country. And nothing's going to change unless we start learning the machinations of contract, correct grammar, shipping mechanics to a degree, and postal mechanics. Why postal mechanics? Because of the Treaty of 1868 and the Act of 1871 by our buddy Ben Franklin, who was a traitor, pervert, piece of shit probably. Again, I don't know that, but I suspect. He was an agent for the French, he was an agent for the Crown, and he was, supposedly our great guy here. It's all about what true history is, and true history is far from what we're taught. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Might try to do another one later on so I can get a few out there. Appreciate you guys watching and listening. Take care.